We are Steve and Jill.
Together, we've been buying and reselling land since the 90s.
Our data-centric approach leaves our buyers asking, how can you sell it so cheap?
Here on the Land Academy Show,
We answer that and more. Steve and Jill here.
Hi.
Welcome to the Land Academy Show, entertaining land investment talk. I'm Stephen Jack Pizzella.
And I'm Jill DeWitt, broadcasting from the Valley of the Sun.
Today, Jill and I are, today is Jill Friday, and she's going to talk about what to do if you're not a data person.
Like me.
Before we get into it, let's take a question posted by one of our members on the LandInvestors.com online community. It's free.
Okay. Are we going to skip all that?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just skip all that. Rolling teleprompter, rolling. Here we go.
This is good. You're going to like this.
Okay, good. Dave wrote, for the new people here, a little cautionary tale for you on the importance of follow-up. I received a purchase agreement back from a seller where the only thing they did was write, add another $10,000, and we got a deal. My original offer was $59,000 and change. I did a very basic bit of research, but couldn't find enough info to make me confident in the viability of this deal. On top of that, the seller didn't leave any contact info at all. I made a note in my CRM to make an effort to either skip trace the owner to give him a call or to just send another offer for $10,000 more just to get it signed so I can move forward with real due diligence and have my land agent go check it out. Unfortunately, I got too busy with the other leads, and before I knew it, 2 months had gone by. I just pulled it up to see if any new comps were available, and wouldn't you know it, but this specific property, had just been listed 4 days ago for $150,000. My failure to follow up in a timely manner just cost me $80,000 because he could have bought it for 60 or 70, as he knows, and sold it for 150 listed here. To be fair, just because it's listed for 150 doesn't mean it'll sell for that, but still, don't let this happen to you. Answer your phones, call people back as soon as you possibly can, follow up. If you're doing enough volume, hire that transaction coordinator. Don't let deals slip through your fingers. And for the record, I'm usually much better about follow-up. This one just slipped through the cracks, but it was a doozy.
Usually when they slip through the cracks, you don't know it.
True.
You know, there's been deals Jill and I have passed up, especially in deal funding, where somebody else funds it, and then everyone makes $1 million.
I know. I'm like, well, good for you. They're like, because it's often like, you didn't get back to me in enough time. I'm like, sorry.
I feel your pain, man. It's just part of this.
You know what? Keep going. You got this.
The other thing, too, what happens actually more often for us, it's like, we just don't like that type of property, so we're not going to do the deal. Mm-hmm. It got in the mailer. It's that type of property. We're not going to do it. Somebody else does it. Makes $300,000.
Right.
Today's Jill Friday. What to do if you're not a data person. This is the meat of the show.
This came to me from our new customer management person. He's like, people want to know, a lot of people think they're Jills. They say they're a Jill. They want to be a Jill. That's their forte. They can kind of tell, but they don't know what to do about the data part of it. They're freaked out by the data part of it. They don't understand the data part of it. They're overwhelmed by the data part of it. So what do you do? And that happens clearly, right? So I could do it, not like you. Like, I'll never be as good as you. It's very rare that you are good at both. And I mean really stellar good at both.
Or you enjoy both.
That too. So we clearly partnered up for the right reasons. He is my data guy. I'm the talk on the phone person. It works out great. I love, negotiating the deal. I live for that, right? And it's the stuff that he hates. Even when we travel, I'm like, what price do you want to pay for that? What price do you want to pay for that silver ring? Which is really me, and I love it. It's kind of like fun for me kind of thing. And so the question is, what do you do if you're not that data person? So what I want you to do is first, like we say, when you're starting out with Land Academy, I want you to do a couple deals on your own. I really want you to know how everything works. So I want you to give it your all. You're not going to be as fast and you're not going to be as good. You might be doing Wall Street prep Excel stuff, at 10 o'clock at night because you need to get good at doing stupid spreadsheets. And that's okay. I want you to learn the steps, understand what's involved, and know the process. I want you to get a mailer out. I want you to feel that. I want you to know you did a good job and what goes into it. Then, okay, great, Jill, I did that. It still sucks. I'm not that good. I'm clearly not a data person. Yeah, I could struggle through it. I keep hearing everybody in Discord, they did it in one weekend. It took me 3 weeks kind of thing. So now you've got some options. You could either A, use concierge data, because as always, you ask, we listen. There's some things that we can do to help you. Still not going to pick a county for you. Still not going to price it for you, the percentages, but that hardcore digging in, downloading the data, scrubbing the data, weeding out the stuff we don't want, like the county of fill in the blank. I don't want to send them an offer. All of that hard work and serving up on a platter where I can just look at the spreadsheet, because now I understand spreadsheets a little bit better, right? So now I understand where these numbers all came from. So then I can go in and price it and then sit back and let the mail merge, my team do the mail merge and get it in the mail for you. So that's one way to do it, which is awesome. And then the other way is, if you really, really want to, so that's the best way, by the way. I think concierge data is still the best way because it's your money and it's all a la carte. You're just kind of paying as you use it.
We use concierge data.
Right. The second way is that people have done this, and it happened again in this most recent career path 4. Partners are finding each other. You get into, especially in an environment, it happens in Discord, when you get to know people there and you're involved in the community. And it happens in things like career path. People realize, ooh, this guy's a data person, but I can even hear his voice here. He's not good on the phone. He probably hates the phone. We should talk, kind of thing. And you can find within Land Academy, we've talked about that off and on over the years, putting together a partnership program where we would help pair people up.
Yeah.
But it's happening organically on its own.
Yep.
So it's not, you don't need me to do it. It's happening.
That's right.
And do some deals together. Do one mailer together. Now the thing about this, when you're bringing in a partner, now I'm sharing the profits, right? But it's a great solution. Would you like to add anything?
Yeah, you're not going to do stuff you don't like for any real amount of time. You're going to quit eventually.
Yeah.
And so,
good point.
I did this for a lot of years. I had employees before Jill and I ever met, and we almost accidentally kind of joined forces because we're watching each other do what our jobs are. She had a different job, I had a job, and when I realized, it just hit in a light bulb moment. I'm like, what if Jill just did this
we put this together?
What if Jill, she had a job selling education or something. I don't remember what it was. And I'm listening to her for weeks in her office at home, selling people. I don't even remember exactly what it was, and it doesn't matter, but I had a light bulb moment. I'm like, what if she sells this land that I have? And so she did literally put some stuff on another desk where she would swivel over and sell land and then go back to her regular job.
Yeah.
And she sold it all. So fast forward, whatever, a year later, I'm like, you need to quit your job because this is going well.
Yeah.
So, and then I didn't have to do it anymore. So I could focus on finding new markets, sending out mail the way that I was born to do. And it just worked out great. So I would heavily encourage you to consider that.
That's a perfect way to end this. So the end result is you know what you're doing, and then you find the right solution, because you can't let it hold you back. So whether you go with concierge, you find a partner, you hire somebody.
Nothing's going to happen.
Somebody.
Nothing is going to happen in your land career if you don't get a mailer out.
Yeah. There you go. Happy you could join us today. 5 days a week, you can find us here on the Land Academy Show.
Join us next week for another interesting episode. You are not alone in your real estate ambition.
Happy Friday.
Good show, Jill.
Yeah.
Sometimes the simplest stuff.
Mm-hmm. It's worth talking about.
It makes, you just have to take a few steps back and get grassroots on it.
You know what? Some people, I think for me too, this show is about, you're not nuts. I think some people go, what's wrong with me? I should be able to do this. There's nothing wrong with you.
Or if you're from the Midwest,
who cares?
You're used to punishing yourself, because that's how I'm from the Midwest. So I know what you're going through.
Like I'm supposed to.
I know the self-punishment culture. If you don't go through terrible times and awful stuff, and then you don't deserve it. And that's just not the case.
Right. It's And it's actually, I think it's harder, and kudos to you for realizing that I suck at this. I need to make some changes, and I will make more money in the end. I just have to do it.
Southern California here was born to have fun.
This is true.
I was born to just be in pain.
No, I just have fun. Can we go now? Can we go now? Can we go now? And on that note, we're Jack and Jill.
Information.
Inspiration.
To buy undervalued property.
We hope you found our content valuable, and we appreciate your support. If you have not already, please check out our channel and hit the subscribe button.
And your comments and suggestions help us to create the content you're here for. Hitting the like button helps to support our channel's algorithm and gauge your interest for future shows.